In God I trust, and am not afraid. What can man do to me?
While we are down here, we are supposed to represent Christ in everything we do.
All right, all right. LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show live with LDBCSports.com. Guys, I got a special. You know what? Yeah, very special guest. I have this up and coming fighter. Okay, Brittany Nieman. Okay, Brittany Nieman. She currently lives in Minnesota. She's training. This girl's a beast. Okay, straight up beast. She fights hard, and I'm really excited, looking forward to this interview. Brittany, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing really good. How about you?
Hey, I'm doing great. This is the best part of the day. I'm here, I'm comfortable, and I'm speaking to a young, hungry fighter. Wow.
Yes.
So, Brittany, I got to start off. I mean, because you don't have the face that look like somebody that going in and beat down people. You don't have that face. So,
Oh, wow.
who got you into fighting?
Well, my dad is a black belt in Taekwondo, and so ever since I was little, I've been to every tournament he's been in. I would go to his practices. I even did a little Kempo when I was like 5. So just watching him, and I've kind of always been a little bit of aggressive girl. I always wanted to do like football and stuff like that. So really, my dad has been my biggest influence to fighting.
Okay, so now the dad used to spar with you, or did he just like take you to the gym and say, Brittany, let's try this?
Really, it was just him. He would just practice, and then as I was really little. I was like 3 or 4, so he would show me little things, and like I would go hit the bag while he's practicing, and of course he would, come over and be like, oh, here, do this way, or hold your hands like this. Like he for sure made me know how to hold my fists without having my thumbs out to break them, So it was all him just influencing me. He never forced me. It was all just me kind of being infatuated by him and wanting to do it.
Okay. So you just made that decision. Look, I want to do this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now, do you share a lot of personality traits with your dad? Are y'all alike? Or?
Oh yes. I mean, if you look at the pictures, I'm his twin, and I'm his only child. So I'm a daddy's girl. But we're both really aggressive when it comes to sports. Really competitive. Anything that has to do with trying to win, we're there to do it. So I definitely share that with him, and just working out. Even I just love lifting weights. Like I have 2 kids, but there's no way I could see myself just staying at home and not doing anything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine. And y'all,
Yeah.
again, if y'all just tuned into this interview, you better tell somebody to come watch this interview, okay? I'm interviewing Brittany Nieman, and I'm telling y'all, you better watch because this name is going to be an important name, okay? Tell somebody right now. And if you know Brittany, shame on you if you're not watching this interview. That's just how it is. Okay. Well, that's really great. So now, when you were in high school, what were your primary sports?
So in high school, I did track and basketball. That was it.
Okay.
And in basketball, I was a guard. And then in track, I did the 400, the 200, and the 100, and the long jump. And I considered doing the 800, but I never ventured off to go that far. So just those were it.
You were scared of that. Okay, so you were scared of that long distance wind, that cold air in your lungs. That's what you were scared of, right?
Well, I don't know. It's like there was a girl that was really, really good, and I kind of felt like I wasn't going to be able to beat her, and I shouldn't have let that defeat me during the time. I should have just went out and did it. So I don't know if I was really scared of the 800 or just scared of not being able to be the best at it.
You should have told her, look, my name Brittany, and I'm gonna run in front of you and I'm gonna take you down, okay? So
Yes,
you better
I
let me win
should
this
have.
race. And see, and she'd have been like, sure, no problem. Awesome.
Right. I definitely should have. I know I did soccer when I was younger, but I never continued after elementary school. So it was just those two.
Okay. So you are already an athlete. So basically, you are already destined to just go step into a gym, lace up gloves, and actually start, really fighting. I mean, it
Oh
was.
yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I wanted to do basketball, or not basketball. I'm sorry, boxing. When I was like 10, like Leila Ali and all them, I just wanted to box. I even used to tell my dad, I want to be the first girl to knock out a guy. And my dad was like, I don't think that's ever going to happen. They're not going to let women fight men.
Oh,
So,
oh Lord, we got an aggressive one on here today, y'all. Good
yeah.
grief. Want to knock out dudes. I got you. I got you. Hey, that's all good. Hey,
Yeah.
because if you can knock out a dude, you can knock out a female.
Yeah, right?
No worries. So, Brittany, what kind of amateur experience do you have?
I actually only have one fight under my belt.
Mm,
Um, yeah. So my first fight I took in April. A lot of it really, reason why it took so long for me to take a fight is having two kids. So I started my family like right away. Me and my husband had our first daughter within the first year of our marriage. So, you kind of can't fight when you're pregnant.
nah.
So, yeah, and we didn't find this gym until, let's see, when was that? 2015. So I haven't been training for that long. But I wanted to make sure that I had some type of training before I took a fight. I didn't want to just go out there and brawl. I wanted to be smart. So I really only have one fight underneath my belt, but I'm definitely trying to add on to that.
Yeah, yeah, I can tell you fight smart, but Brittany, you fight hard. I watched this MMA bout that you were in, and you fought against, no, it wasn't Zapata, it was oh, okay, it was Jessica Bolton. That's who you were fighting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
The
go ahead, I'm sorry.
Zapata was kickboxing. And I took that to kind of warm me up for the MMA because I had only did jiu-jitsu matches, and getting striked is a lot different, when you're competing than when you're practicing. So I felt, I need to warm my face up and my body up to get hit hard by somebody who's really trying to hurt me. So I took that kickboxing match before I did the MMA.
Yeah, you know what? I saw the difference, and you seem
Oh
like
yeah.
you seem like you're an evolver because in a kickboxing match you were saying, well, I don't think I did that well, but no, I think you controlled most of that fight. You were doing a lot of
Yeah.
good things. See, I like to look at what fighters do really, really well versus the stuff that they're not, because anybody can see what you're not doing, but a good eye can look at what you can do. And
Right.
actually, you control the pace of the fight. Even when, your opponent started trying to, get in some low leg kicks, I mean, you handled those. I mean, you didn't panic when you got hit. And then you came
Mhm.
back with more offense. You started throwing the right. You started throwing the left. You started throwing some hooks. You start really making your opponent actually, stress to beat you. Like I mean, you,
Mhm.
you made her like really make adjustments, and she couldn't really make a lot of adjustments. And then you knocked her down with a push kick. Now that was impressive. Like what? I mean, so you got to take us through that. Come on.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So first of all, I'm very glad I took that fight before I did my MMA fight because I went out way too hard my first round. Like I went out like I'm finishing this right now. And so I went out, guns blazing. But it also was different because if you see, we started like right up on each other. Normally you start in the corner and then you meet the person in the middle. We were right in each other's face.
Mm.
And so she started swinging right away, and right away I'm like, oh no, like I got to get you off of me. And from there, it just was like I felt like I was backing her up enough where I could win, and she was tough. She was a tough girl. So going into the second round, I was pretty tired. So at that point, I was just like, I just got to, do whatever I can to survive, not look like I'm tired, but also keep winning. And I actually ended up almost passing out between the second and third round. You don't see that on the YouTube video. But they almost called the fight because I literally fell asleep between the ropes while my coach was talking to me. and I heard them come over and say, we're going to call it. And in my head, you know, like my body was like, yes, let them call it. But in my mind, I was like, I can't lose because I'm tired. I'd rather her beat me, legitimately beat me down and win than them say, oh, we had to call it because she was too tired. So I just went out into the third round, and my coach was like, you're winning. Just do what you got to do. And luckily, I got that kick, and I knocked her down. And in my head, I was like, oh, stay down for a little bit so I can catch my breath. And she popped up, and I was like, oh, okay, let's go.
Folks, this is why I like interviewing young fighters. This is it, right? I told y'all this is going to be the best time of my day right here. We got the heart of a champion right here, y'all. She said, no, I got to go out on my shield. I got to go out.
Yeah.
Oh, man. See, that's why I get so excited about this. I can't stand it. I can't. I got this. Thank you. This, wow. So you went in because at one point I noticed that you start fatiguing, and I was going to ask you about your stamina, but then you came back and you started throwing punches. You started getting back in the fight, and you just ignored all that stuff. What was you just you went.
Yeah.
You went. And she got you with a low leg kick, and then you responded. Then you start throwing bombs like pop, and you start throwing bombs, and I'm like, whoa. I said, whoa. But then, you know what? When I saw you then, when you fought Jessica Bolton in that MMA, your striking skills seemed to have taken, like, a turn. Like, you were much more sharp. Yeah. You were much more crisp, more efficient. I mean, everything was sharp. I mean, you were doing some things that I didn't notice in the first fight, Like, I didn't see you setting up punches. I just saw you in the first fight just throwing them. The second fight, you were very methodical. You were setting up the strikes, and then you was landing them.
Yeah.
I mean, can you take us through that fight with Jessica?
Yeah. With Jessie, I definitely can say that the experience from the kickboxing match helped me a lot. I think my kickboxing match was all adrenaline. It was all adrenaline and willpower. And the second one was more, okay, I know I'm not going to go out with all that I got. If I get her in a corner, then fine, light her up. But, hold off and see where this goes. And I was more smart about what I was doing. So that allowed me to control my adrenaline a lot better than the way I did in my first fight. So I think it definitely, having that first fight helped me go into that with a better mindset of what to do.
Okay. And Jessica, me initially talking to you, and I picked up on it. You're very hard on yourself. Like, you critical. You real critical.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, kind of take me through that. Like, because you were sitting here telling me, well, that kickboxing match didn't look so well. And I'm like, what is she talking about?
No.
Wait a minute. See, okay, so.
I still don't think it does.
So, are you like the consummate perfectionist? Is it OCD?
I am.
Talk to me.
I definitely am. I definitely have, if I don't get it perfect right away, I'm right away, what's wrong with me? Like, why can't I get there? Why isn't this perfect? Even though somebody might have been doing years, I'll feel like I have to get it overnight. It's just getting perfection is just my goal. Like, I have to be perfect at it. And I know I never will be, but in my head, I'm like, that's where I have to go. I have to get to perfect. So I'm always searching for something. Even after my MMA fight, you can ask my corners. I told them, I'm like, I thought I was losing that fight. And they're like, are you crazy? You were winning the first 2 rounds even without the submission. But in my head, I'm like, she took me down. That should have never happened. Just the littlest things. I had, certain areas where I should have been able to submit her, and I didn't, or I didn't go for it. So in my head, I just was like, I didn't do it right.
But Brittany, you got her out of there with a wicked rear naked choke, Brittany. Come on, we got to talk about some of the positives. I mean, we got to talk about the fact that you kept at a range, We got to talk about your good jab. We got to talk about the leg kicks. And we got to talk about that nasty rear naked choke, Brittany. Take us through that. Come on.
Okay, so I actually ended up breaking her nose in the first round, and she told me that after the fight. I didn't even know. So first I have to say I didn't expect her to have any ground game because the person who was running the fight was her coach, and they didn't really give me all the information about her that I gave about myself. So I was a little bit disappointed about that. I felt like they were a little dishonest with me. But anyway, so just walking through the fight, I basically was like, we're going to stay standing until whatever happens. If there's a takedown opening, I'll do that. I'm not really confident with takedowns. At that time I wasn't. So I was like, if I can keep standing, I will keep standing. That's fine. So she ended up taking me down. So right away, I was like, okay, she wants to go on the ground, which I'm okay with that. I love jujitsu. I ended up reversing it, but she ended up getting up. And I kind of let her because I wasn't sure how she was on the ground. So I was like, I know I'm more comfortable standing, so I'll let you stand up.
Yeah.
And so we just kept going at it, you know, and then the first round ended and we went into the second round and she kept trying to take me down, but I kept reversing it and she gave me her back. And I'm really good at getting rear naked chokes. So it just kind of came natural. Just, you know, when she went and turned it back, it was just, okay, snatch it up, you know.
Yeah. Well, she gave her that back, and you was like a python. You quickly, you just,
Like,
like, it was so quick that I'm like, whoa.
yeah.
I said, man, girl moves. And you know, you got a certain fluidity, you know, and I like it. I'm like, you know, you're very fluid. And it's almost like, you know, you have this rhythm that you're just going into, and, you know, you're delivering these strikes. And, you know, even in that fight, you know, you even did some counter punching, which I didn't see in the first fight, you know, when you were doing, it was
Yeah.
it was kickboxing or was it Muay Thai?
Well, it's weird. Like, I was going into it thinking it was just strictly kickboxing. When we got there, it was like half the matches were K1 rules and half the matches were international. So I ended up being in a match that was allowed to do clinching and knees. So it wasn't full out Muay Thai. But I didn't really train in clinching, which is why when she would get me in the clinching, I would bend down, which is not smart, and almost got kneed in the face because I wasn't used to clinching at that time. So it was kind of like half Muay Thai, half kickboxing, but there was like knees allowed. We couldn't throw elbows or anything, though.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, now let me ask you. Now you said you're married. Now, is your husband? Do you guys train together? Does he fight? I mean, so how does that deal work? Because I'm gonna start asking some questions, and I'm lucky I don't see him in the picture. Cause I'd ask him too. Yeah.
He's at work right now. So yeah, we actually met at LA Fitness, and we both worked there, and so he did MMA before we ever met, and he already knew that I was interested in fighting, and he was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting back into training, you know, and so we had been wanting to find a gym, just never really took the time to, and then just finally said, let's look around. We went to a few places. Some were just way too expensive or too far, and we ended up finding Next Level in Woodbury, and they allowed free classes, or the first free class, and we're like, okay, let's try it. So we decided to do jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, and just ever since we started doing that. So he doesn't do MMA anymore. He does kickboxing and jiu-jitsu still, though.
Okay. Now, is he one of your coaches, or do you have coaches, you know, that doesn't train with you and your husband? I mean, I'm trying to get a clear picture.
Oh, yeah, no, he's not my coach. We're basically just trained together, but we have coaches at our school, and we actually just a few months ago added on Dave Mean. He's the former UFC middleweight champion, or the first UFC middleweight champion. So that has been very exciting. He's completely just changing my striking to be a lot more accurate. Every aspect of MMA, he's making me very excited for my next fight because he's just turning me into a beast. He's so good.
Now you know we cannot. Now we got to know when the next fight is because see, you know I'm gonna tune in, and you know I'm gonna actually cover the fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a post-fight breakdown, you know. So it's I do those because, yeah. So you know, it's before this video is over. Before we get done with this, you got to tell us because now you're gonna have some people that's gonna follow you. They're gonna
Right.
and they better if they're rolling with me, they gotta follow you because if they don't, then I'm not gonna talk to them anymore if they don't. So that's just how it is. Yeah. Oh, I'm serious. I play hardball. Good.
I don't have any set up yet. I was looking for a December fight, and they had one that was offered to me in Kansas City, but with my little kids, I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and it's such a late notice, it just wouldn't work out for me to have to fly out there. So I'm trying to wait for the next one that they have at Mystic Lake that's local for me in Minnesota. It's for LFA. So
Yes. I love
I'm
LFA.
yeah. So I would be an amateur, so I don't think it would be like on TV or anything, but it'll be underneath that. So
Well, LFA really is the right way to go because they're pushing a lot of young fighters and they're pushing a lot of young females. I mean,
right.
I talked to Sabina Mazo on this show. I talked to Jamie Thornton. I mean,
Okay.
I talked to Lindsay Wonder Woman Williams, and they're
Yep.
all I mean, they're pushing them pretty hard. So that's there's no wrong move there. That's a good move. So
Right.
wow. So now, I saw you doing jujitsu against somebody that was
Oh
like
yeah.
20 pounds heavier than you. Brittany, come on, you gotta tell us about this.
Man, that's all I train with. I fight. So my first fight was at 115, and I didn't even hit that weight. I was 110, and Jesse was like 111. So neither one of us was even close to hitting 115. So I'm taking the advice of one of my teammates, and I'm moving down to atom weight because I weigh 108. So that's really all. I don't have a choice but to go against people who are 20, 50 pounds more than me. Um, so for me, it's kind of just I do what I have to do, you know. And whenever I go to these jujitsu tournaments, I'm a blue belt now, and there's not many women, so that's already a problem. And then there's not many people who are close to my weight, so they have to kind of mush a certain group of people from like 100 pounds, 140 in one group, and then 140 and up or something like that. So, and then I'll do absolute also just for the heck of it to get the experience.
Mm. So have they ever matched you up with dudes in some of those tournaments? Oh, with guys? Sorry, I'm dudes. Guys.
No, they haven't, but I would be willing to because that's pretty much all I train with also.
Look at this. God almighty. Y'all, come on. How can y'all not follow this woman? Y'all better follow this woman. I mean, family woman, but she beats people down. Guys, and there'll be parts of the clip. There'll be parts of the clip in this video, of her MMA fight. I'm gonna leave a link to it, guys. Her all your social media will be posted up. But I guess I get it. I'm excited because I want people to be excited just like I am. To see this young person, she's vibrant, got goals, and just want to go and be the best. She'll fight
Yeah.
the guys. Just give her a fight. Hey, LFA,
Yeah.
if you're listening to this video, I know y'all watch. Hey, you better quickly jump on this one before somebody else get her. Okay. Well, now you got to tell me about your coaches, the people that's preparing you for these fights. That's doing the service. So, what kind of relationship do you and coach have, and is he like an aggressive coach, passive coach? I mean, kind of explain coach to me.
Okay. So I'll have to say I have to get a lot of credit to my main teammate, which is Bonnie Stoyer, and she's actually a MMA fighter too. She was the one who prepared me mainly for my April fight because we didn't have an MMA coach at the time. So it pretty much was all her and then also my other coach, Josh, who's a Muay Thai coach. We would just spar, 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 and they both would just kick my butt because they both have like 50, 60 pounds on me. And me and Bonnie would mainly do just MMA sparring, and she would just beat me up. There was really no like specific things we really knew what to do because we didn't have an MMA coach. And that's really what prepared me is just rolling with somebody who weighed so much more than me, was really tough, and just got me ready. Now that we have Dave, I would say he's tough, but he's really passionate about this sport, and he knows his stuff. So he works you, and he'll wear you out, but it's for the good. He's not just out there to bully you. He's trying to push you to the best that you can be, and I love it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Dave doing a good job because
Oh
folks,
yeah,
you guys, y'all can see, some of the clips that'll probably be on the screen. How she looked in her Muay Thai fight, or I guess it's Muay Thai slash K1 rules. and then her MMA bout, man, it was like night and day. Even though I still thought you did well in the kickboxing K1 rule, I thought you did, but that's me. But the MMA fight, you were much more composed. You were sharp, and
Yeah,
you were just like you was on a mission, and you completed that mission. I mean, you wore her
yeah,
down, and it was like she was trying to rest. You were still throwing punches and kicks. She was trying to counter you, but you wasn't there to be countered. Your defense,
yeah.
a lot of things picked up, and I'm like, you must be one of those people who's a very quick study of the arts. I mean, is that accurate
Yes,
or is it not accurate? I mean,
I would say so. I would definitely say that's accurate. And I definitely, like with Dave, he takes the time to work one-on-one with you, and I will take all that you give me. I am a sponge. I will try to soak up everything that I can, and I will try to adapt to it right away.
wow. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, you must have been soaking up a lot of information, or maybe he touched you and put hands on you, and you got some of that throughout because, girl, you was on top of it. So, okay, I know this is still young in your early career. If there was a fight that you could fight next, who would you want to fight?
hmm
It's call out time.
I don't even have a name, to be honest with you. I really don't have that. I'm one of those people that I just want to fight whoever they put in front of me. And wherever, it goes, that's where it goes.
Okay, so they put Superman right there. You ready?
Yeah, yep.
You might want to watch out for them darn laser beams coming out his eyes. I don't know, Brittany. Hey,
Right, yeah.
yeah. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But the UFC, well, you're gonna be an atom weight, so 105. That, you know what? Are your future plans are to actually get to the UFC level, or is it just to maybe get to Invicta? I mean, explain your goals, your future.
Okay. Well, I'm actually going to school to be a chaplain. I know that's kind of an odd mix.
No, that's good.
So, uh, that is my number one thing. I'm trying to follow what God has called me to, but I'm also using this as a platform also because like even my uniforms has my fight scripture, which is Psalms 56:11. I put my trust in God. Who shall I fear? What can man do to me? So I even try to use that as a platform to just, be a godly example even in the fight world. But I can also see God taking me, somewhere in my fight career too. So if I could make it to the UFC, if Dana was more than willing to add atom weight, I would love to go to UFC. If not Invicta, I would definitely take on that challenge of going to Invicta also. So anywhere that has atom weight that I can try to show that I'm the best.
Yo, you with me, Brittany? Hold on. I hope this thing ain't came off. I think we still in. Oh no, let's pause. Okay, you were talking. I said, wait a minute. Who is talking? Okay, she's not talking. I thought somebody got you. Well, if they got you, they probably get beat up.
No, we're good.
Dana, you just heard this woman say, Dana, stop now, stop. Okay, I know.
Atom weight.
Adam Wade, hey, if you want to think it over, you want to rub your head a little bit, hey, I'll rub your head. Just, make that Adam Wade division, okay?
Yeah.
God is watching, okay? The Lord is watching.
Yeah.
You may make it happen, Dana. Come on, guy. But
Yes.
that would be phenomenal because Adam Wade, it's not a lot of Adam Weights. I mean, do you know who Angela Unstoppable is? Well, no, she's not. Guess, no, she's a straw weight. Okay. Yeah, so it's not like a huge amount of Adam Weights, is it?
No, it seems like there's not that many atom weights, but I think there's enough out there that they could add a division for it. Like even if you looked at Invicta, they have atom weight, so there's obviously enough girls out there that they could have it.
Wow. Boy, it'll be nice to see you on the Invicta stage. I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
I would cover that fight live. I honestly would. I would cover it live. I would cover it live, but but it's really great that you definitely have some dreams, and and the Lord is calling you to do certain things. So, man, that's
Yeah.
that's that's incredible. Well, let me ask you this: are there any people like you want to thank, while you're here and while you're talking to me?
Well, first I have to thank God for giving me the drive and the ability to even do this, because without him, I wouldn't be able to do that. After that, for sure, my dad, because that's been my biggest influence of why I fight, why I've even had the interest in doing it. He's influenced me the most. I'd have to thank my husband for supporting me, for being there when I'm crying because I'm not happy with my results, and just, you know, encouraging me, saying, no, you're doing just fine. Like, these people outweigh you 50 pounds. You have to take that in consideration when I don't want to. I want to, you know, no, it shouldn't matter. I should be able to do this. So just him being there to, you know, to wipe my tears and encourage me, and being one of my biggest fans. Also, my main coach, Dave, now, who we have, just where he's taken me has been great. And, of course, Bonnie, who's been my biggest teammate and my biggest coach even before we had this MMA coach. So those would be the main ones. And then all my teammates that roll with me, my coach, Josh, who takes the time to spar with me, even though there's some things he doesn't know about jiu-jitsu, he's like, hey, just do what you got to do. So those would be the main ones that I would love to thank.
Okay. All right. So the last two segments of my interviews, I try to prepare you. This is something you couldn't study for, because I know you're a perfectionist. I'm glad you're a perfectionist. Okay. All right. You got an option. Okay. I'm gonna give you an option. See, we get choices over here. All right. We can play Name That Boxer, or we can play Quick Thinking. So quick.
Oh wow.
Quick thinking is if I say like the name of a person or a word, then you got to tell me the first thing that come to your mind.
Oh wow. Okay. Before we do that, I had to add one more person. I would like to thank. It's my dad's best friend who also did like Taekwondo with him, Aaron, and that's actually where I got my nickname War Machine.
I forgot to ask you that. Oh crap! I can't believe that. Her name's War Machine, y'all. You'll see why they call her War. I'm serious. Y'all will see why they call her that. I'm telling y'all. You watch 10 seconds of her fight, you'll know why. No explanation. But go ahead, Brittany. Go ahead.
So I call him my uncle, because he's pretty much like my uncle. But I'll show him different fights, or he'll come to my fights or jiu-jitsu matches, and he'll comb through them and break down things that I can work on. And so he told me, you know, you have to train your body to go to war. You have to literally make your body into a war machine. And as soon as he said that, I was like, that's my nickname right there. I want to train my body to be a war. When I go in there, that's what my body needs to do. I don't care how broke down I am. I want to go to war. So that's where I got War Machine. So
she want to go to war, y'all. She want to go to war. Anybody duck this woman, I'm gonna call you out, and I'm gonna say, how you gonna explain this one? She want to go to war. I'm sorry. War Machine, y'all. God, dog. Oh Lord, thank you, God. A warrior, God. God.
Yeah.
God was listening. He was listening to that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, Brittany, which one are we playing? Name That Boxer. Go ahead.
Let's do the quick thinking.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Five people. But you got to do it quick. You take too long, I'm going to put an X on your face. I'm going to say, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to come on the video. An X going to come across your face. All right. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Dana White.
UFC.
Okay. Floyd Money Mayweather.
Not a fan.
Okay. Okay. This is so funny.
He's
Okay.
too cocky for me. I'm sorry. He's talented, but he's too cocky.
Okay. Tyron Woodley.
Outstanding.
Okay. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
I love his kicks.
Okay. All right. Valentina Shevchenko.
She's okay.
Oh no! That's the bullet. You can't do that. Okay.
I I love Holly Holm, so
Okay, okay,
that's
okay.
that's where I'm going.
Okay. I'm gonna reverse that. Yeah, she beat Holly. She beat Holly. Okay. All right.
That's why I'm upset.
Oh, Valentina, girl, why did you do
She
it,
did.
Valentina? Okay. Holly Holm.
Oh my goodness, I love her. I love her.
Okay. All right. Okay. Listen, when you watch the video, you're gonna see what I mean because it's gonna be a lot of stuff popping up on the screen. You're gonna be like, huh? Okay, you got them all right, but you took too long on Holly Holm. I'm gonna put an X on your face on that one.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Well, y'all.
There's so much to say about her. I couldn't go down to one word. There's so much to say.
Yeah, I said,
She's
where were?
humble.
Uh-huh.
She's a Christian. And her kick, I love Taekwondo kicks. So she's everything.
Yeah, she got a beautiful head kick. You know, she might be fighting
Oh,
Christine. She might be fighting Cyborg. So you know,
Yes.
that's gonna be a mega fight. Yeah, that's gonna be a good mega fight. But
Yes.
well, listen, Brittany, I thoroughly enjoyed this interview. God Almighty, I think I'm having fun. But you know, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The best, let's see, the best 34 minutes of my whole day. I appreciate it. And guys, Brittany, where can they follow you? Because I have some people that they listen sometimes, and sometimes they don't like to read. Do you guys listen to where you can find Brittany? And it'll be up on the screen, but we're gonna hit them twice.
Okay. On Facebook, you can find me under Brittany Nieman, and the last name's Nieman. Some people spell it Nei, but it's Nie. And then I'm also on Instagram, War Machine 0719.
War Machine, y'all. There it is again. War Machine. Okay, and Brittany, you gotta drop us off. You gotta drop us off before I shut it down. All right. Could you
Okay.
say this is Brittany Nieman, and you're watching Coach Shelton Harrison?
Yep, I can. This is Brittany Nieman, and you're watching Coach Shelton Harrison. Is that right?
Girl. Amen, Lord. Thank you. Somebody who said it right this time. All right.